Hello everyone, this is Sherry at Soul Conscious, and this is going to be your weekend soul weather forecast, where we're just going to pull a few cards to get a general message, and then we're going to, I'm going to be using the Light Seers deck to pull a few cards to get the general overall message, and then we're going to pull a mood card, an emoji card, to kind of see what our feelings, our mood is going to be for the weekend, and then do a little bit of clarification to see if there's any additional messages that want to come out for us. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right in, because I'm feeling that I want this to be pretty short this time. I didn't get a lot of stuff coming into, into this reading. So we're just going to see what wants to come up, what the universe wants to tell us about this weekend and what we need to know. And this is a general reading, timeless for whoever finds it. If if you're drawn to it at a particular time, there's probably a reason. So, don't get caught up on the dates, because, time is cyclical. So, whenever you find it, you were meant to find it, because you may be on a different timeline than somebody else. So just keep that in mind. We're all on our own little journeys in this crazy, crazy world. We all have our unique experiences that we're undergoing, and our own lessons we need to learn, experiences that we need to experience. So, we're all in different places. And I almost feel like that might be the message, is like, I'm almost getting that as a message. I love when I feel that, when I sense it coming. I knew it was the right time that the cards were wanting to come out. So I get, people being stuck, in their head, overthinking things. We've got the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Hangman as our main cards here for the general message. So, what I was feeling is that almost this sense of like envy, compete against the Joneses, looking at what everyone else has around you and starting to look at your own life. And that kind of hangman energy, a little bit of looking at your own life and going, okay, why is my life not like theirs? Or why am I not as far along as this person is? Or, why is this person doing better than I am? I'm getting and feeling that kind of energy right now. And that's kind of where when I kind of picked up that feeling or started talking about that, that's when the cards jumped out. And these cards definitely reflect that, because we have the Eight of Swords, which is that, being up in your head, really overthinking things, and then the Hangman of, like trying to gain a new perspective on things. That's what I always feel like with the Hangman energy, is that trying to look, this person is upside down. They're trying to look at something from a different way than what they have in the past, in that kind of like looking at someone else and almost comparing yourself to someone else or something else, going, why is my life not like their life? Why am I not as far along as this person is? And that's what I'm really picking up. And with this Two of Pentacles, that's that kind of indecision or wanting to bring something in balance. So like a sense of almost, like these two balls are like right now, like up in the air, but imbalanced. There's not a balance, So, and I feel that you're that kind of looking, like, why am I not good enough? Why am I not as good as this person? Why don't I have as much as this person over here? Why is my life not like this? And so you're going inside and really looking at your life, examining your life and saying, okay, what do I need to change? What do I need to do differently? This Hangman energy, what do I need to do differently that I haven't done to make my life the life that I want? How do I see this person over here that's successful? How do I change myself or the way I think to become, more successful in my life? Not necessarily becoming like that person, but how do I change myself to, encapsulate the qualities or the features I need to succeed this person has succeeded. Almost that kind of energy of when you admire or look up to someone or idolize someone, you're like, what can I do? How can I mimic the things that they've done to get to where they are in their life? How can I implement those changes or those processes in my life so that I can be successful? Or looking at somebody that's in a successful relationship that has a very happy, stable relationship and saying, why, looking at yourself and going, why do I not have that successful relationship? What am I doing wrong? That introspection, that kind of, really tossing and turning over these ideas in your head, to gain a different perspective, to go, what can I do differently? And that's what I'm really getting is the focus for this weekend, or the energy that I'm picking up on right now. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and, no, I don't want to use the Light Seers deck. I'm going to go ahead and use my cards because I'm feeling that's what I want to do. We're going to go ahead. I normally pull a mood card first, but I'm not being told to do that. I'm being told to do that last. So we're going to go with it. We're going to go with what I'm feeling, what's wanting to come through. So again, that's daydreaming, wanting to, really thinking about things. What else do you got for me, universe? That's too many cards. Okay, that one wants to come. Yeah, that little kind of, it looks like, you got to use your imagination. I see this like, if you're wanting to change something, you got to get out of that overthinking, overanalyzing kind of energy, that swords energy, because whenever we're in that kind of critical analysis, overthinking, overprocessing, up in our head kind of Eight of Swords energy, that doesn't allow things to flow in our life. If you want to attract things in your life, if you want to, just bring abundance in your life, it's really, the best way to do that is to, in a sense, not think, just be free and have fun. I see that in this monkey card. And I see this is that this is daydreaming. This is using your imagination, being playful, being this monkey, being playful, using your imagination, finding what you're passionate about, that creative spark and fire and passion within you, finding that, looking, being in that energy, that kind of an energy, is going to, because this is kind of like in a sense, almost like my Ace of Wands, like that fire, that passion, that new beginning, starting something new, having fun, that you're passionate about. And not being in this back and forth tug of war kind of energy where you're analyzing and trying to make something work. Because when you're trying to make something happen, that's almost like control, like trying to control the situation, trying to control the outcome. And when you're in that kind of energy, you're not giving the universe or spirit the freedom to give you opportunities in any way that is best for you. Because if you're expecting something to go a certain way, if you're thinking, okay, it needs to, I want to, get a new job, and this is the type of job that I want, and you only look for that job, well, the universe may come in and they may offer you another job that you may not even consider or look at because you are so dead set on this type of work, not realizing that what the universe is offering, because you're not being open to any possibilities, the universe might be open to offering you something that's similar to what you're looking for, or that may lead to eventually lead to what you're looking for. It may not be that when as the offer presents itself, but the universe knows this is going to get you where you want to be. I'm offering this to you on a silver platter. It's what you want. You just may not see that's what you want by the package that it's wrapped in. And if you're stuck in the structure of this is the way things have to be, and you're not letting, you're not just kind of going with the flow, swaying and just letting things, looking out at all the possibilities and looking at things with blinders on, you're going to miss so many things that might be the thing that you're looking for to get the success that you want, to get the relationship you want, you have to be open to it. And when you're in that eight of swords kind of energy, that even that kind of almost a jealousy or envy type energy, those low vibrational energies of trying to compete almost or be jealous or envious of what someone else has, or even trying to control or work really hard to become, like someone else, you're not allowing the universe to orchestrate things in your life that are to your best benefit. And that's why I think that, I really feel that's the important message that wanted to come through for this weekend. I feel like somebody needed to hear that, and like I said, this message really is timeless. It is for whenever you find it. So if you found this message, this is probably, you might be in a little bit of this energy. And when you're listening to this, and there's a reason why you were drawn to it, to listen to this, because I know we all, and I don't care who you are, everyone has sat in this kind of energy at some point in your life. In some point in your life, you've always been that person that has admired someone else or been envious of someone else or what someone else has, or, I don't think there's a person that exists that hasn't been in that energy at some point in their life. So this is a very important message to realize that, don't overthink something. Don't get up in your head. Just put your intention out there. That's how you manifest something in your life. You just, you put your intention out there. Okay, this is what I want. And then you open yourself up to whatever comes, and you look at everything and you use your intuition to determine, is this right for me or not? Does this feel right? Is this the right thing for me? Should I follow this path? Because it might be a curvy path or a windy path that leads you to where you want to be, and you don't see that up front. So just be open to possibilities, be open to opportunities, let them guide you and see where they go, and of course, as soon as something doesn't feel right, there's usually a reason why it doesn't feel right. And that's either, you have to go within yourself to figure out what that is, but don't get lost in yourself where you're overthinking it, That's what we all tend to do at times. We get caught up, in overthinking things. And it just leads us to more stress, and it leads to more complications, because then time passes and when time passes, you can miss opportunities, or you can overthink things and just potentially maybe talk yourself out of doing something. Or, there's so many things that can happen when you do that. So it's really, really important just to kind of let things happen the way they're going to happen. Be a little more present in the moment. Just see what's available to you in every moment, and go with the flow and what feels right in the moment. Because if you're doing what feels right to you in the moment, whether that's, okay, you're at a party and you've been there for a minute, and then you realize, I'm feeling like I should go. Well, when you feel those feelings, you should act upon them. Don't overthink it or talk yourself out of it, because it's your intuition saying, okay, it's telling you something. Because maybe it's telling you need to leave now, because if you leave later, something bad might happen. So it's learning to listen to yourself, to learn to listen to your own instincts, your own intuition, because it's never going to steer you wrong, and when you're in your head and you're overthinking, that's when you can convince yourself of things that aren't true, whereas when you listen to your gut, and when your gut tells you something in the moment, in an instant, and you feel something or think something, that is coming from that, just usually from that place of like universe infinite wisdom that you're drawing upon based on all the experiences you've had in your life that you've experienced that let you know whether something is right or wrong for you, And so that in that moment, when you feel those feelings or you get those thoughts, that comes out of nowhere. There's usually a reason for that. Like if you think about somebody, and you don't know why, there's usually a reason to that. You may not understand it, but there's moments like this we have every day, all the time. And it's just letting, like I said, just going with the flow a little bit. Try to stay out of your head. I know some signs have a tendency to be up in their head a little bit more than other signs do, for sure, depending on, what your natal chart is. So, well, I guess that's what, this is interesting. I wondered why the universe wanted me to do this at the end, but this is the mood, and this is funny because this can be so many things in representing everything that we talked about, that kind of, examining somebody else or what somebody else is doing, or researching or overthinking, like criticizing, judging, looking at things, even ourselves, judging and criticizing ourselves, and that's what it kind of reflects on that kind of a mood but even though, this guy here, he's smiling, even though he's thinking about things and he's trying to, figure out how to do things differently. He's also going with the flow. He's also being in the moment. So that's where it is. It's finding that balance, that kind of trying to bring things into balance a little bit between two things. It's that, I see the two things here is your heart and head, and try and, making heart and head decisions, where you're not trying to use your head too much to make something happen, but you're also not just relying on your gut. You're using both your wisdom and your intuition, kind of bringing that into balance and learning how to balance the two things out so that you can have the best results for yourself. So that's what I think are the messages that wanted to come through for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed listening to this video. I know I enjoyed this message. It's always interesting because I don't know what's going to come out either. So it's always, occasionally I can feel when things are coming up, but I don't know the whole message. So it's interesting to see what comes up and through. So I want to go ahead and bid you adieu and thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button for me and subscribe to my channel if you wish to. It just helps my channel grow, helps my videos get out to more people so that it maybe has the potential to help more people. And if I can just help one person, with a video that I create, that's the whole point to this, really. It really is. So joy, love, and light. I hope you all have a great and wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. See ya.